I don't know if you guys seen it recently.
I am over here winning, baby.
Can you use headphones? Do you mind if you use headphones?
What do you mean?
Because you're being loud.
How can you hear me? You have your headphones.
I have my headphones, and I still hear you.
So you don't want me to talk? I'm still going to be able to
It's not
talk.
that. I'm just asking kindly if you could use your headphones.
What, do you hear my voice? You still going to hear my voice?
And her voice.
I'm her.
Okay.
It was probably like my last live before this one. I was in the gym on a treadmill, and this white man was next to me on a treadmill. And I mean, y'all, first of all, he had his headphones on. He was running for his damn life on that treadmill. And I mean, he was getting it in. Like, he was working, so I can't even say nothing about him. Like, was he not working? Was he working? I don't know, but he was getting it in. And all I remember is me going live to talk to y'all. I'm like, hey, y'all have this my third day in the gym. I feel good. I'm ready to get back to it. Boom, boom. And then all of a sudden, while I'm talking to y'all, while he on this loud ass treadmill, sprinting, running hard as hell with his headphones on, he interrupts my live and talks to me and says, hey, you are loud. Can you put some headphones on? And I look at him trying to understand where he's coming from, because it's like, well, if I put my headphones on, you're still going to hear me talking.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I would have played that whole video, but it's like 6 minutes long, and I got commentary to do. So I seen that video when she first posted it, and I wasn't gonna actually comment on it because it was uneventful. It was just another white person trying to tell a black person what the fuck to do. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, there's such thing as gym etiquette, because I was actually on the Art of Dialogues page, and there's a whole bunch of black people and white folks. Actually, it was mostly white people. There's a couple black folks that chimed in that there's such thing as gym etiquette. And while I understand gym etiquette, I seen the video. She wasn't loud in the least bit. Like, you had to actually be paying attention to her to actually, like, for her to be bothering you. The guy was just wanting to tell a black person what the fuck to do, right? As they do. They get too comfortable, especially in, majority clear spaces. People feel the notion to just tell you what to do, like boss you around, as if they your slave master, keeper, or your parents. So he was out of bounds. And not only that, he had headphones on. And like she said, if you got headphones on, if I put headphones on, you can still hear me talk. Matter of fact, if she had put headphones in, it probably would have amplified it even more, because when you got headphones in, you can't gauge how loud you're being. So she probably would have been louder. So he was messing with her, for lack of better words. He was messing with her. He should have just minded his own business. And my whole thing is, when you're in public, if ain't nobody infringing on you, your sensibilities don't count. If I'm in the vicinity somewhere, depending on the atmosphere, when you go to gyms, they got loud ass fans, the music, the treadmills, it's people in there chopping it up. It's loud. The gym is in the mausoleum. It's not quiet in the least bit. So unless it's a place like a museum or a church or somebody's wedding or a funeral, like, I don't try to tell people what the fuck to do. Stay in your lane. That's how, like, when I'm out and about, I don't know if it's because I just seem unapproachable. People don't talk to me, and that's the way I prefer it. Like, if I'm not saying to you, I'm not saying nothing to you. If I don't strike up a conversation, leave me alone. I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a female, and even that's like, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been places. It hasn't happened too often. I've been places. Black women want to walk up to me and just ask me requests like, "Could you do this?" No. I was somewhere and a woman asked me, could I pick something up and take it somewhere in the building? What the fuck do I look like to help? I'm here having a good time. I'm not here to be, you ain't paying me. I'm not the moving guy. Leave me alone. It wouldn't matter if she was ugly, but it wouldn't matter if she was fine. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, she was kind of dumpy, overweight, elderly woman. Let me take that back. She wasn't elderly. She was like in her early 50s. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, I don't work here. You shouldn't be asking me to move shit. So I don't know if it's that I'm unapproachable. People just don't ask me things. And on top of all that, I'm a man of class. I go into a place. I've always been like that. I'm not loud. I have social awareness. And if I'm not talking to you, don't accost me, because I'm not with it. And she's a world-class boxer. That guy didn't even know he was a foot away from getting rearranged. Me, on the other hand, while I don't box, I'm not a world champion boxer. I know how to spar a little bit. I used to do a little bit in the gym. If you ain't Bruce Muhammad Ali, leave me alone. It's gonna go left if you not. You better be Bruce Muhammad Ali, Jack Jones, or any one of them motherfuckers in the UFC ring. If you ain't been in the octagon, you don't want to get turned into an octagon. Find some business. So in this video, she goes on to say that Papoose, after she muted her phone, went on to talk to the dude and check him as he should have. Because, like, I was reading the comments and people were like, well, why does she have to mention that it was a white guy? Why does it have to be a race thing? She's making it a race thing because, well, one, it was. I have reason to believe if she was a clear woman, he wouldn't have said that. Not only that, in America, depending on where you live, the Northeast, down south, or even out west, people have a notion to just tell black people what to do. This isn't the segregation days. This isn't slavery days. We's free. Leave us the fuck alone. That's the only thing I'll be watching videos and I see Karens. And while that wasn't a Karen, that was a Ken. That was somebody that wasn't minding their business, trying to tell somebody what to do. Even when she asked them, like, if I put headphones in, you can still hear me. I failed to realize what the headphones are going to do. And he didn't even have a rebuttal to it because he knew he was dead wrong. He was trying to tell her in a real polite, roundabout way to shut up. And that's what people use. That's what people that are passive aggressive tend to do. They won't ever ask you to, like, be quiet because they know it'll get confrontational, and not necessarily physical, but it'll get confrontational where you'll put up resistance. So they ask you in a roundabout way, like, passive aggressively, can you be quiet? And it's like, first of all, I don't respond kindly, and it looked like she didn't respond kindly to passive aggressiveness. And I'm assuming they was on the West Coast somewhere, because that's typically where people do that passive aggressive. I'm down in the South. People don't necessarily handle you passive aggressively down here. People in the South are aggressive, white and black. Out West, people typically are passive aggressive. They'll ask you something, but they'll try to tell you what to do nicely. And for somebody like me, like I said in the beginning, we's free. Don't ask me shit, especially if it ain't got nothing to do with you. Like my volume or how I'm talking in a public place that isn't reserved for being quiet shouldn't bother you. So you should leave me alone. And I got reason to believe, while she is a world-class boxer, I think Clarissa Shields is like, what, 5'8"? She's not a really big woman in stature. And most men, no matter how trained in fighting that a woman is, most men don't view women as threats. So in his mind, he saw a small stature woman because he looked like he was about 6'1", 6'2". He didn't seem like he was a short dude. At the least, he looked 5'10", which is still bigger than her. Most men don't think that women are a threat, and he didn't know who she was. So he probably thought it was a small, short, stout black woman that he could just, tell what to do. Now, while Papoose was standing right there and he still had the nerve, they had to be somewhere like the West Coast, because Papoose is 5'10". He's not a necessarily small guy. So yeah, they tend to have like a extra bravado, about themselves when you go out west. And he wanted to tell a small stature black woman to shut up, but he didn't want to be rude because her dude was standing there. So he did it in a passive aggressive way, and he would have got checked over that. Like, if that was my girl, I probably would have got, I don't know what Papoose said, but she says in the video subsequently he wouldn't apologize, as he should have. Because one, you shouldn't be telling a woman what to do that's not bothering you, and two, you shouldn't be telling a woman what to do that's clearly with another black man. Like, that's a total violation. Now you just step in like you just want problems. But in racist minds in America, logic, it don't have, nothing has to be logical. They do the most illogical shit. This isn't surprising, but I'm glad they addressed it and made his ass apologize. And for all the naysayers in the comment section talking about, oh, it's gonna be a race thing, it wouldn't have to be. I don't see black people telling other black people to shut the hell up. I don't see white people telling white people to shut the hell up. So until they do, mind your business. In any event, if y'all like this video, you know what to do, and I'm out.